Praise the Lord, everybody. Good morning, 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 good morning. I wonder how many times I can say it before I run out of breath. Good morning, good morning. I ain't about to do it today. Good morning, welcome back to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's Shabbat. Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. We are here. Grateful and thankful for this day, this time, and this opportunity. This is indeed the day that the Lord has made. He has commanded us to rejoice and to be glad in it. We are grateful for it and glad about it. I'm so glad that you're here with us on today as we dare to prepare to lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. This is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural, normal, necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it. We express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up. We let it out. This is why we shout good morning, because mourning, my brothers and sisters, mourning is a good thing. You got to mourn. I know you grieve. I know you feel, but do you mourn? Do you reveal? You got to let it out. Release brings about relief. And we thank God for this forum that empowers us, that educates us. It brings about awareness and education and action so that you can navigate through your grief journey, because everybody on here has experienced loss, change, and transition. And I thank God for each and every one of you taking the time to invest in yourself, acknowledging I need some help navigating through this thing. And so thank you for taking the time to turn and tune in. Y'all know where we've been on this week. Every week we get a new series. Today we're talking about how both can be true, holding joy and sorrow at the same time. Both can be true. Two things can be true at the same time. When it comes to grief, it's not either or, it's both and. You feel a lot of different emotions, and I want you to know that both can be true at the same time. Today is super duper good. Always going to be a good one. This is the one that we deal with all the time, and I really want to help you to navigate through it. So let's get to it. Today is day 232. It's for me and for you. We're going to talk about I can question God and still trust God at the same time. Ooh, let's talk about it, y'all. I can question God and trust him at the same time. Though he slay me. This is what Job said. Yet will I hope in him. Grief can raise questions you never thought you'd ask. God, why did you allow this? I think that's the question all of us have asked as we have dealt with loss, change, and transition. God, why did you allow this? Why did you allow that? I don't understand. It don't make sense. The math ain't mathing. I just don't get it. Why did you allow this? Right? Going through our various situations and circumstances, everybody that has experienced loss, change, and transition, right? And sometimes it's not just what happened, but sometimes it's how did it happen? We like, golly, are you serious? Like, why did you allow this? Why did you allow this? We asked that question. Why didn't you answer my prayer? Because God, I prayed. They was in the hospital, they laid up, and I prayed and cried and cried and prayed. Why didn't you answer my prayer? My sister was in a coma for a week, y'all. We was praying, pulled through. Everybody was praying. The church was praying. Everybody, people all across the country, but we was praying. Faith, activate faith, believe. And here they come 5-6 days later. Yep, no brainwave activity. We got to pull her off the machine. Pulled her off the machine. Respiration shot up, went down, slipped out of time and eternity. Wait a minute, we prayed. Best friend got the call. He fell out, taking his sons to school. So we had to go to Wisconsin, 4-hour drive once we got the call. Them 4 hours, we prayed. 4 hours, got there. God, why did you allow this? How come you didn't answer my prayer? Why them? Why now? I think we've all asked ourselves these questions, whether it was Big Mama who served faithfully and ended up dying, or whether it was our child who didn't even get a chance to explore. Like, God, why them? Why now? Sometimes we feel guilty for even asking. Like, should I even ask? We've been taught you can't question God. That's what we've been taught. You can't question God. That's what we've been taught. But sometimes we feel guilty for asking. We think questioning God means we're losing faith. But the Bible is filled with faithful people who ask God hard questions. This is why I love this forum, because it can undo and then redo what needs to be done. It can undo the notion of, oh, you can't question God now. You can't question God now. The Bible is filled with examples and individuals filled with faithful people who ask God hard questions. David questioned, Jeremiah questioned, Habakkuk questioned, Job questioned. Even Jesus cries out the cross, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, why have you forsaken me? Questions and faith are not always opposites, y'all. Sometimes our questions are evidence that we're still in a relationship with God. If you're in my grief cohort, you already know we talked about this. We talked about lament. We talked about going up. When it comes to grief, you got to go upward. I go upward because I need to depend on God. I need to rely on God to help me through this. Sometimes I question God. Sometimes I got to wrestle with God because I don't get this. And I know you got this, but I still don't get this. So I got to go up. I got to wrestle. I got some questions. We got some, Jesus has some questions, right? We got some stuff we got to talk about. Think about Job, y'all. He questioned, he wrestled, he lamented. He didn't understand what was happening. Yet in the middle of the confusion, he could still declare, yet will I hope in him. I want you to know both can be true at the same time. I can question and still trust. It don't mean that I don't trust you. I can trust and I can still question, right? Both can be true. Both can be true. That's mature faith. Not faith that says, I don't understand everything God is doing, but faith that says, I don't understand and I still trust you, right? I don't understand. Now, I might feel some type of way about you. I might side eye you a little bit, God, because I got to work through some stuff. Now, I trust you, but golly, you ever side eyed your parents because they did some stuff or made some decisions or wouldn't let you go somewhere, didn't do something? I mean, they were still your parents at the end of the day. I mean, you loved them. I mean, it may not have been evident in that moment. I mean, you trust you. Maybe you didn't like them maybe too much in that moment, but you kind of side at them. You was mad at them, right? Being mad at God, that'll be something to explore, right? And God says, yeah, I can handle all of that. I want you to bring all of that to me because I get it, right? A faith that says, I don't understand and I still trust you. Both can be true. More than anything, I want you to walk away, understand that both can be true. It's not either or, it's both and. That both can be true. What you're feeling right now, right? I can question and I can trust. Both can be true. You can be disappointed and devoted. You could be confused and committed. You can wrestle with God's ways and rest in God's character. Both can be true. You can wrestle and worship and wrestle. We can do both. Trust doesn't require complete understanding, right? Sometimes trust is choosing to hold on to what you know about God while wrestling with what you don't know about your circumstances. I want to help you. Trust does not require complete understanding. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. Y'all see that? It doesn't. I don't have to fully understand the trust. You trusted your parents even though you didn't fully understand certain things. No, you can't go over her house. Why not? Don't worry. You can't go, period. Trust me, period. You can't do it. You don't have to understand to fully trust because there's certain things we don't understand, but we trust it, right? There's other things there's things that we understood later on in life, like, oh, now I got an understanding. But in that moment, you trust. And that's what I need you to know and understand. Sometimes trust is choosing to hold on to what you know about God while wrestling with what you don't know about your circumstances. You may never receive every answer you want on this side of eternity. I'm not even going to tell you you will. You may not ever receive every answer you want on this side. You may not know. You may not ever get that information. It may not happen. But even when you cannot trace God's hand, come on, I know it's a cliche, but you can still trust God's heart. Even when you can't trace his hand, man, I'm going to trust your heart. So bring him the questions. What questions you got? Bring it. God says, bring it to me now. 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 God said, bring the questions, right? And this is in a loving, caring, compassionate way. God says, bring the questions, bring the frustration, bring the confusion. This is why we go up. When we have our first retreat, because we're going to have a grief retreat. When we have it, that's the first night. It's going to be 2, 3. It's going to be 3 days, 2 days, 2.5 days. That first night is going up. It's going to be a time of lament. It's going to be a time of bringing him the questions, bringing him the frustration. It's going to be a time of crying out, of emptying out. We're going to create an environment where you can do just that, where you can scream, you can cry, you can question, cuss, fuss, whatever you need to do, because release brings about relief. Bring him the questions, bring him the frustration, bring him the confusion. God would rather have your honest heart than a rehearsed faith that pretends everything is okay. God says, give me your honest heart. I don't need no rehearsed faith. Give me your honest heart. You can pray, God, I don't understand you right now, and still say, but I'm not letting go of you. Both can be true. Here is your point of application, beloved. Tell God one question you're still wrestling with. Then follow it with one truth you still believe about him. God, I don't understand blank, but I still believe you are blank. Give him both your questions and your trust. God, I don't understand blank, but I still believe you are blank. I want y'all to do that. You're going to do both of them. God, I don't understand blank, but I still believe you are blank. Now, you ain't got to drop it in the chat. You can if you want, but you ain't got to. But I want you to do that exercise. I'm going to show you again. God, I don't understand blank, but I still believe you are blank. Give him both your questions and your trust. Tell God one question you're wrestling with. Follow it with one truth you still believe about him. Today, my brothers and sisters, is day 232. I told you it was for me and for you. I can question God and still trust God at the same time. Janae said, I prayed for God to heal my son's body and he healed his soul. I still ask questions, even if I'll never understand. Yes, yes, and yes. There's this clip. It was Tony Evans when his wife died. You know, he got 3, 4 kids, 5 kids, something. And I think 3, a few of them are preachers. And there was a clip that went viral because he said, and it's so true and it's so good. He said, you know, it was always God. God was always going to, I'm going to find it. I think I played it for y'all before, but he said there was always one option. It was just one option. No, he said it was always 2 options. Either she was going to be healed or she was going to be healed, right? Either she was going to pull through or she was going to pull through. Either she was going, you know, he just kept saying the same thing because in God, like you said, Janae, like either he was going to be healed, he's going to be healed. And yes, we wanted you to heal his body. God healed his soul. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna find that clip and play it and try to send it out. But it's so very true. It's so very true. Any questions? Any questions? I want y'all to know that both can be true. So as you navigate, bring him your questions, bring him your frustrations, bring him your confusion, lament, go upward. You will not be able to make it through this grief journey without going upward. This is why this is the first part. And if I ever get the opportunity to teach this in schools in corporate America, I don't know how I can do it without, because I'm not excluding the first part. You got to go upward. You can't grieve without God, period. You can't grieve without God. You can't. You can't. You can't grieve without God. So you're gonna need faith. So it's not set yet, right? So it's not set. So when I did, and I think we talked about this before, when I did my dissertation, I had my first cohort, my first group who went through. And you know what, man, if I would have planned it better, golly, I ain't even think about that. Now I'm thinking, you got me thinking, if I would have planned it better, I could have did it last Sunday weekend, right? Like, golly, that would have been perfect. That would have been perfect. That's next week. That would have been perfect to set it up on that weekend to go through. Man, let me see what the next fifth Sunday is. I think it's in October. So it hasn't been set, but thank you. I need to put it in place so that the next group can come through, because we already got the blueprint. We already got everything. We just gotta plan and execute. So, but Janae, I got you. You definitely gonna be in there. I got you. I definitely got you. Man, I got you. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all with the love of the Lord. Hope and pray y'all have a thriving Thursday. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place, for another Good Morning Grief devotion. Good morning.